VFL Tier 2 Season 5. If you're thinking I've seen this video before, it's because you have. Basically, there was a little bit of misunderstanding with the points, so I just thought I'd re-upload it. So, these are the points heading into this round. We have a 16 point gap over Ghosty, also known as Sparko now, so take note of that, Sparko, not Ghosty. And we are fully in contention for the championship. We are still fighting for it. Of course, 2 rounds left. It's been cut down from 14 to 12 rounds, and it's not safe at all, so we need to keep fighting and hopefully extend the points gap, or at least minimise the damage in this race. This is qualifying. This is our last and best lap of qualifying. It could have been a bit better, made a few mistakes here and there on the lap. Definitely could have used a lot more of the runoff there towards the wall, but we've given it everything we have across the line. It's only good enough for P2. Less than a tenth away from Sparko, but just proven it's really difficult to get close to him. Definitely in qualifying, I think he made a mistake on his last lap as well, so a little bit frustrated, but you know what, it's alright, it's decent as we head into the race. This is where we need to score the points. And yeah, we got his teammate behind us on the medium tyres compared to us on the hard, so I'm sure it's going to definitely benefit from that in the first few laps for sure. We just need to make sure that we at least finish second. We really need a podium result here, if anything. But if we can beat him and extend the points gap, even better. Here we go, lining up on the grid. It's good, we've got an ideal position for the grid box. And we are ready to go for this race. It's all or nothing. 3 red lights, 4 red lights, 5 red lights, and away we go. It's not been a bad start at all. We had a pretty decent start behind Jonathan. His teammates had a really good start up into turn 1. He's gone round the outside of turn 1 and pips us into second. So the 2 Aston Martins are leading this race. Sparko there just clips the wall, and I think just avoids any kind of damage. And the teammates are side by side now, coming up into turn 3, I believe this is. But I think they're just going to be doing a bit of team tactics here, just letting Sparko run ahead so we can win and hopefully get some points back on us. And of course Jonathan has the job of defending against us and just making that gap big enough for his teammate. And obviously we just need to be full attack here and at least finish second in this race on lap 3. You can see Sparko just pulling ahead there with fastest lap as well. We've got DRS, and we need to get past Jonathan as quickly as possible, because it's really starting to hold up and hinder our title challenge. But again, extremely good placement of the car. This is something that will continue for multiple laps of this race, and we're just really struggling to get past on this tight, twisty circuit. So yeah, just as you see in real life, Singapore being really difficult to overtake on. It's quite similar here as well. We had a bit of a moment there, just almost losing the back end of the car, but it's not an opportunity for us to jump up the inside. We had a little look, but just nowhere to go. And you see that gap out front just getting bigger and bigger on the DRS and the ERS again. We're closer, a lot closer, and realistically we should be able to get this move done. There's nothing really stopping us trying to go around the outside, trying to get late on the brakes, but again he's just a bit later than us and keeps that second place for now, as we're just going to have to slip back in behind for third and just try to follow behind. And again, coming onto the start-finish straight, we're going to have DRS here, but I didn't really want to go for the move as he goes ultra defensive already before the first corner, because we want the DRS on that back straight, because otherwise he'll get it and he'll just fly past. He's got a little bit wide there, not being able to do anything about that. I'm running quite high wings, of course, because it's quite for the middle part of the track. That's where I was probably a bit quicker, and I think that's probably why I struggled just getting past on this straight as well. Again, DRS, we've always used all our ERS now. We're trying to go around the outside again, but we just met the same problem, but we're side by side coming into the next corner, trying to hang around the outside, and yeah, just not being able to get that move done yet on lap 6 of the race. We had a good exit here using our sole bit of ERS left. We're going to try and go down the inside of the Singapore sling. He yanks it around the outside, and we're just going to have to back out of it yet again. Just sit behind for another lap, and again, same old story, deja vu again on the DRS. On the ERS, we're going to go to the outside again, but not even alongside this time, as we just try to go for a little bit of an optimistic lunge, try to put him offline. It has worked a little bit, but we're just a little bit too far back to make anything of that. A little bit later on in the lap, we both had quite a bad corner there, to be fair. Using DRS, I'm trying to do something a bit different now as I do the dummy, but again, just doesn't work. We get a good exit there, almost getting alongside, coming into the chicane, but just not alongside enough. And obviously don't want to crash, because if we finish here, we still have the points gap. We don't want to lose it, of course. On lap 8, it's, you guessed it, it's the same story again. So he goes defensive into turn 1, settling behind so we can get DRS again, but not even be able to get close enough on that lap. And on lap 9, just you see the way we're attacking the curbs, you can see and feel the frustration. I was so frustrated at this point because you can see Sparko has a 7.5 gap lead already, and I thought at this point the win is out of the question. There's no way we can win this race. So we're just going to have to do damage limitation, hope for a safety car maybe, or, you know, hope that Sparko makes a mistake up ahead. But anyway, focusing on Sparko side by side again, even closer there, we're getting closer and closer. As we try to go down the inside, he hangs it around the outside again, we are so close to touching. If we would have touched this car there, I'm sure we would have spun around, so great respect and racing there between the both of us, if I do say so myself. And we've got a cool little replay. It just shows you the margins. I mean, look at that. How ridiculously close this battle is. This is where you want to keep an eye on. We're getting a little bit close to Jonathan now, but there's yellow flags up ahead, and that means this title contender Sparko, he's sideways in the tunnel, left us a bit of gap, and as soon as we go to pass, he just steps on the gas to almost kind of pull out in front of us, and we have whacked into the side of him, taken off his wheel and put him out of the race. So I can't believe what has quite happened there, but safety car's obviously been called out. We've got to change our wing with damage. It's kind of ruined our strategy. But yeah, crazy scenes here. I don't really know what to say. I was a little bit worried I could have got penalised for that, but as I look back at the footage, you know, I don't think there was anything I could have done there. There was a gap and it kind of closed just as I went to pass. So yeah, crazy stuff. So all we need to do now is finish this race and we can extend our points gap going into the last round. So safety car is in. We're in third. We've got Scirocco, I believe, who's up in first place. I don't think he's pit, so I think he's on some old hard tyres. As you can see, very, very slow there, as we easily get past. Up in the second, Jonathan's now leading. He's on the hards, so he's obviously pit, and that will be his last stop of the race, unless we do get a safety car, wink wink, which would help us out massively, because we will have to pit again. Having a little bit of a look there, but just not going to get anything done yet. We've got the Haas behind us now, who we've all bunched up a little bit, so he's only a second behind, so he'll have DRS as well. Can't quite remember if it's DRS this lap or if it's the next lap. It's the next lap DRS, so we're going to use ERS. We're going to try to get him without our friend drag reduction system. We've had a huge run there, miles ahead going into the braking zone. We've left him a lot of room, so I just don't want to risk being taken out by accident or anything like that. And now, kind of switching places of what we had earlier, we're going to try to go around the outside, or try to get the switch back, which is really working at the minute. We've got ERS, trying to go up the inside, just backing out of it at the last second. We've got the Haas behind us. It's only 6 temps now, so it's a freeway battle for the lead halfway through this race. On lap 15, we're going to go for it again, just putting him offline so we can get a better exit, just stay close enough and get that DRS, which is what we want, and try to go for the move again. So we just keep repeating and repeating. I don't know why, what's the point of trying the same thing if it doesn't work? Using DRS, using ERS, this is the best run I think we've had all race at this point. So we make a little bit of contact there with the wall, just don't want to make any contact, just being a bit careful. We are so close, you can just see the end plate of his rear wing. We're ahead, but we've broken way too late. We've lost a little bit of traction. He's gone around the outside, we're side by side. Again, if we make a little bit of contact there, and that was very close to damage or potentially one of us or both of us being crashed out of the race. He's still on the outside though. He's swooped back round the outside, got the inside line for the bridge now as he gets past us back into first. So just crazy battles. And just look at this, how close this was to contact. I don't know how we have been side by side for this many laps and avoided it, but this is as good as it gets, really. Just crazy stuff. Again, side by side. See, this is where the contact happens. Jonathan just gets a little bit loose, I think, on the rear. It kind of just goes into us a little bit, but it's all good as we're both still in. No damage. The Haas there just looking for any kind of move. Obviously, we have to concede the position there because there's nothing we can do at that point. And the Haas behind having a little bit of a look here. So I kind of turn it a little bit late, so I don't want to get punted out. That would be really bad. Almost going into the back of Jonathan there. So we are super close. Onto the main straight. DRS again. Going to the right hand side, putting him offline, and again still freeway battle for the lead. And we're going to have another look on the same straight again in a second, and we're just going to keep trying until this race is over. But you know, props to Jonathan, he's done an absolutely amazing job at defending, and this is the cleanest race I think I've ever had. This is as good as clean as it gets. I almost said as hard as it gets, but that sounds a bit sus, so I'm not going to say that. Get a little bit of run off the track there, and we're still in second, so we're still trying to get past him on lap 16. We've got a good run out here into the start finish straight using DRS. We're going to try something really different now. We're going to go inside, and we got the move done into turn 1, and we're just going to hope that we can use all 9% of our ERS, lovely 9%, to defend from him on the straights. Of course, the roles are reversed. He now has DRS, he now has ERS and the slipstream. So let's see what we can do. And we're going to defend the inside line, but he gets alongside us, and you always know that he's just going to be able to swoop around the outside like he's been doing this whole race. He's off the track there a little bit. Actually, we're going to try hanging around the outside. We do for now, side by side yet again, and again just hangs it around the outside. I'm just going to give him the space, and you know, it's not the end of the world if I do finish in second, but really I know I'm quicker. I just want this win. I want to get this. I want to come out on top of this battle. That's what I want. So we had a massive run there on lap 18. Same braking zone, same outcome again. Side by side, we're a little bit closer, a little bit more ahead as we just kind of mess it up there. And we just got way too deep, allowing him to get alongside, and look at that, that was close. That was really close. Almost a side pod glitch there. On lap 19 now, we pulled away from the drivers behind, and it really is between just us two for this win. And this is where we're going to put all the chips, all the eggs into the basket. I don't know why I said chips, all the chips on the table or something like that. All the cards on the table. Anyway, we're going down the inside. It's what we should have been trying to do most of these laps. Anyway, we're a little bit ahead now, and we just can't mess up this corner. We've not went deep, so that's good. We are much further alongside now. We're much further ahead, and we've got the move done. After 19 laps of trying the same move over and over again, we finally come out victorious from this battle. And I think we just managed to have a better exit here, and that's where we managed to get ahead enough to the point where we couldn't challenge around the outside, and he wasn't able to come back on the inside either, just using our ERS. So there we go, into the lead of the Singapore Grand Prix we go, and this is perfect what we need for our championship position. There's a safety car out, so obviously something happened a bit further back in the field. That's great because we needed to pit around here anyway, and it's kind of saved our ass in terms of strategy, because we would have had to pit anyway. So beautiful turn in there, 2.2 second pit stop onto the soft tyres, and already in and out, clearly ahead into the lead of this race. Safety car coming in. I don't want to do any kind of safety car games. I just want to go get this race started with only 5-6 laps to go. So here we go, start of the race, and hopefully with that, we got about 80% ERS, of course. It was all saved back up under the safety car. Stay ahead of Jonathan now, and hopefully he doesn't get the slipstream on this back straight. So that's all we need to do. If we can just get clear of that, I'm sure we can extend our gap through the middle sector and get out that DRS range, and that's exactly what we do. So on lap 31, we've got fastest lap as well as we come round the last chicane, about to come round the last corner. We are going to win here in Singapore, our 7th win, I believe, of the season, and it's been an absolutely amazing drive and a huge outcome in the championship. Of course, with our rival not finishing, we are in prime position now to take this at the last race in Abu Dhabi, not Japan, Abu Dhabi. So I need 39 points to win this championship, and we have a 31 point gap. It's a sprint race weekend, hence why this video is re-uploaded. I didn't know it was a sprint, otherwise it wasn't a sprint, I would have won. So that's why I need 39 points. We've got 31 at the moment, so it's going to go down to the wire. We've got a big gap, so as long as we finish, we should be okay. So, but we're still going to go for the win, and hopefully, because you never know what can happen in this, hopefully we will be crowned champions next time out. But yeah, overall from this race, what a fantastic race. Great battle with Jonathan, and yeah, awesome stuff. Thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate the feedback and the support I've been getting. Yeah, let's keep it up, let's keep climbing, keep building on what we have, and yeah, thank you guys so much, and I'll see you guys in the next one.